Think of this as your quick start guide to tracking in MyFitnessPal. In the previous video, we went through how to set it up. Now here's a quick start guide to tracking. Again, I've made some notes down here that I'm actually going to read so I don't forget anything. And also I'm going to put on the screen here some of the little bit of a walkthrough so you can see what I'm talking about in action in the app. Now, the first thing that you need to do is go into the diary section of the app. This is the section where you are going to basically record everything. Now at the top, you can see that it says today, but you can also skip the arrow forward to tomorrow and the day after and so on and so forth. So if you want to plan a few days in advance, maybe you are adjusting your calories so that one day it's slightly higher, another it's slightly lower. Again, you can start to plan that in advance if that approach works for you. Now, the key thing is just about tracking food. So let's look at how we are going to track something. And in this example, I'm just going to track a pre-workout shake. Pretty simple, show you how to do that. Now, if you go to the search function, you can basically type whatever it is that you're looking for into that search function. So for example, we might want to start with milk. Now I have 1% milk. If I search for that, it can come up in your frequently used items as you start to use the app a little bit more, but you can search for that if it's a new food that you've never eaten or drank before. You can also use brand names in order to zero in on a specific type of food that you're eating. So sometimes there's lots of different brands out there, calories can differ, so you can put the brand name in to narrow that down. The next thing you want to do is look at the serving size. This is crucially important because it will come up with a specific serving size that may not be the amount that you're actually having. For example, this will come up as 100 milliliters, but I'm actually having 250. So I need to multiply that 100 milliliters by 2.5 to get me to the number that I need. So measure and make sure that you get the right serving size for what you're having. You can also click the serving size button and you can adjust it to be like 1 milliliter. So you could do 250 times 1 milliliter. Sometimes that's more useful. Again, make sure that serving section is right. Then we're going to add in a protein powder. So for example, again, because I use protein powder quite frequently, it's one of my searched items. But let's look at, if I search for the Protein Works whey protein, then this is the brand name that I was using at the time of creating this video. And therefore that kind of, again, brings back all of those different searches that you can use. If you ever see a green tick, that means it's been verified by MyFitnessPal. Doesn't guarantee it to be 100% accurate, but probably more accurate than other descriptions that other people have put in. Again, adjust the serving size to make sure that it's appropriate for what you've actually eaten. Thirdly, I'm going to add in a banana. Pretty simple. Again, a frequently used item for me, but again, just search for banana, it'll come back. You can measure it based on size or you can measure it based on weight, whatever is more appropriate for you. And then the other feature that you can do is if you're going to have a similar, in this case, pre-workout every single day, then you can save this as a meal. You can call it whatever you want, pre-workout shake, whatever, but that saves some time in the long run. Saves you having to put all of those different foods in again. If you've got these regular foods that you are going to eat on a consistent basis, then it's worth saving them as meals for the future. Saving time is always good. Then we're going to go into another section. So you can go into this like go to meals section, this meal section where you can save all those meals that you've kind of gone through there, and you can scroll through those, and that's where you can select those specific meals from. So again, if you've got frequently used meals, you can go through that sort of process. Now, what I'm going to do is skip forward a bit, speed this bit up, and I'm going to basically add in a day's worth of food. Now, what I want to show you just before we finish up with this little meal plan section is the barcode scanning function. Now, with the barcode scanning function, obviously you can just use the camera on your phone, scan a barcode, and that will bring up the specific product that you're looking for. Again, that can be a super easy and quick way for you to start to build up these meal plans. Now, the other thing that is quite useful, again, if you're trying to forward plan, and again, if you have repeat things that you enjoy having on a daily basis, you can either copy to, so you can copy this one meal or these snacks to a day in the advance, or you can go to that day and select copy from. So you might copy from your lunch from 2 days ago, or your dinner from yesterday, or your snacks from 3 days ago, whatever it is that it may be that suits you. So that's really kind of the easiest way for you to start logging your food in MyFitnessPal. It doesn't have to be onerous. You can forward plan, you can save meals, you can create meals. It all helps you to create this more efficient process that takes the headache and the frustration out of the tracking process. So utilize these tips and tricks, and hopefully that makes your tracking experience a lot easier.